start again. Welcome everybody to Simply Yoga Studio. This is a 75-minute class. So we'll do a centering, which is about 6 minutes first, then about an hour of asanas with breathing exercise, and then a 15-minute centering, a meditation relaxation at the end. So first thing I'd like to say is safety first. So it is not a competition. You work with your own body and you don't compete with others. So safety first, don't overdo anything. And the second thing is, I would just like to mention, has anybody got any health issues? We have mentioned this before, but it's worth raising again. So you've got shoulders, yeah? Shoulders. You've got
A bit of
lower back.
Lower back tightness.
Yeah.
A slightly restricted knee, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, and you actually adjust to some of the postures the child does now. Yeah, so great. So let's start with our centering. So if you could all lie down on your mats. Or first I should ask, make sure you've got bolsters with you, a blanket with you. You can have a belt if you need, and blocks. With these, it's quite warm in here, so I don't think you need the blanket. You might need a blanket behind your head, because we will be lying down for a little bit. So anyway, lie down, arms slightly apart on your side, legs a little wider than usual, spine straight, weight of your head relaxed on the floor. Close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. Feel supported by the floor, safe and secure. Take a moment to let go of all thoughts. Rest your mind from thinking about the past or future. And enjoy the moment of being in the present. The theme of our class is the breath of life. We have a connection to all life through breath. Animals, plants, each other, and of course our own body. Whilst our bodily functions and breathing happen without effort, breathing, like physical exercise, can be developed to build a more vital self. We will endeavour to integrate the rhythm of breath with movement to fully exercise the whole internal body. So let's first become aware of the natural, gentle, spontaneous rhythm of your own breath. Normally, we don't use our full breathing capacity, and this requires practice. So let's take a deep breath in by filling the abdomen, raising the stomach area, then filling the chest, and hold the breath for 3 seconds. Exhale slowly from the chest first, and then the abdomen, drawing the belly inwards for a full exhalation. Hold for 3 seconds. We will repeat 3 times. So, with a deep breath in, fill your stomach, raising the stomach area, filling the chest. When you're full, hold the breath for 3 seconds in your own time. And then exhale slowly from the chest first, then the abdomen, drawing the belly inwards for a full exhalation. Hold for 3 seconds. And then deep breathe in, filling the stomach, filling the chest. When you're full, 3 seconds. Then let go from the chest, from the stomach. A full exhalation, drawing the belly in. Hold for 3. And last time, breathing in with the stomach and the chest. When you're full, 3 seconds, And when you're ready, release the chest, release the stomach, and return to your normal breathing pattern. Release any tension in the body. Now, you may need to move a bit forward because you're going to raise your arms above the head. So, now breathe in and slowly stretch your arms above your head and stretch your legs and hold. Feel the whole body outstretched. And then slowly release the arms, legs, and the breath with an exhalation. Move your attention to your feet. Breathing in, squeeze your toes and the arch of your foot and hold for 3 seconds. Release the tension in the feet as you breathe out. Focus on the legs. Breathe in and tense the muscles in your calves, thighs and pelvis by tightly squeezing the thighs and buttocks together and hold, ensuring that you feel tension without going to the point of strain for 5 seconds. And then release the breath and the tension from your legs. Feel relaxed. Bring to tense your stomach and chest by sucking your stomach in with an inhalation of breath and hold for 5 seconds. And then release the breath slowly. Allow the body to go limp. Breathe in and tense your shoulders, arms and hands, stretching the full length of your arms downwards from shoulder to hands and making a tight fist of your hands and hold for 5 seconds. So arms directly downwards, hold. And then when you're ready, release the breath, the tension in the shoulders, arms, hands. Allow the arms to feel limp on the floor. No effort required. Take your awareness to your neck and head. Breathe in and squeeze the facial muscles around the eyes and mouth and hold for 3 seconds. And then release. Now breathe in and tense the whole body. Your feet, legs, stomach, chest, arms, hands, and facial muscles. Hold without straining 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Release the whole body. Let go of all tension and allow the body to feel limp and relaxed on the floor. Take a moment to feel alive in the present, focusing on your natural breath as it ebbs and flows throughout your body. Right, so now we'll do some warm-up limbering exercises. So we're staying in corpse pose, and what I would like you to do is firstly raise your right knee and squeeze it against your stomach area, holding onto the knee, just pulling it in and breathing into that position, breathing in, out. And while you're doing that, just rotate the ankles, the feet, one direction, and then the other direction. Those ankles, a bit of a exercise. And then with an inhalation, you're raising that foot up into the air, let go of the foot, raising up, arms, palms to the floor for support, and then on an exhalation, slowly lower that foot to the ground. You can have the knee bent if that is too strong. And we will now, on an inhalation, bend the other knee into the chest, holding the knee, pulling it to the chest, breathing in and out, and then while you're doing that, rotate that foot in one direction and then the other direction. And then on an inhalation, raise that leg to the air, let go of the knee, raise that leg to the air, and keep the knee bent. Hold it for a second, and then slowly lower it to the ground with the support of your palms on the ground. Great. So this is a bit of a stronger pose, so especially if you've got lower back issues, bend the knees. Use the support of your palms. We're going to raise both feet into the air. So on an inhalation, raise both feet to the air. And then slowly on an exhalation, lower to the ground. And one more time, inhalation, raising those legs gently, knees bent if you've got lower back issues. Exhalation, slowly lowering to the ground. Great. So now we'll do eye of the needle pose, sometimes called reclining pigeon pose actually. So bend both knees in front. And so what we're going to do is we're going to bend, take the left foot and place it over the right foot. That's right. Okay, yes, and you can slightly push your left knee out with your left hand, just to add to that stretch. And then what we're going to do is feed, on an inhalation, feed the hands. You can either hold the thigh of the bent leg or the knee if you want a stronger pose, and breathe into that position, depending on your flexibility. Keep the shoulders relaxed on the floor, head relaxed on the floor. Feel that stretch in the hips, especially the right hip. Breathe into that. And then on an exhalation, lower the foot to the ground, and we'll switch to the other side. So yes, that's right, other leg over the other knee. Push it out a little bit, push that right knee out. And then when you're ready, with an inhalation, hold the inner thigh of the bent knee or the knee itself, and feel that stretch. So we'll lower the feet to the ground, both knees on that, and you can now sit, lower both feet to the ground, and if you grab hold of your thighs, you can then raise the feet and rock upwards and downwards. Give that back a bit of a massage, which is always in need of a little bit of stimulation in a gentle way. Okay, and so we're coming up to cross-legged. So I will mention in that eye of the needle pose, you might have noticed when you breathe into the position, this is one of the good things about yoga, particularly in yoga, is you actually exercise other muscles when you hold a position like that and breathe into it. It's a kind of internal exercise, it's a full exercise, and you actually take what I call the breath of life to every cell of the body by doing that. And this is how you develop your body, in fact, the vitality of your body, the energy of your body, the pranic energy of your body. And so that's why these, especially the yin asanas, are very healthy for that. So, we've done our ankles, so we'll do our wrists. Just slowly rotate the wrists both ways. And now we're going to do a neck. So if you've got neck issues, just go from ear to ear. But if you can do the full circle, give your neck. And you go very slowly, don't push, because there's a lot of weight carried by the neck. So a gentle one is just ear to ear. Yes, yeah, that's just a very gentle one. And then we do the other side. So, we now stretch our feet out, forwards, Dandasana, staff pose. I will say with all the seated poses, you can put a blanket. You can sit on a blanket if that's more comfortable for you. Get your back in. It's good to keep the back straight. But with this staff pose, especially if you've got lower back issues, bend the knees, and I think it's always a good idea anyway, because lower back needs protection, and you still get a good stretch anyway. So we're raising the arms on an inhalation, and on an exhalation, keeping the back straight, bend from the hips, the knees bent as you like, and lower, just as far as you wish, keeping the back straight. And inhalation, coming up. We'll do one more time. Feet facing upwards. Exhalation, coming down. And then coming up. So lower the arms. And now we'll go into this pose, cobblers. Cobblers pose. So bring the feet together like this. You can bring them as close to the groin as you've got flexibility for. Doug, you don't have to go so far. And the thing is, just rock on your hips and keep it back straight, looking forwards. We're putting our elbows against the leg if you want a stronger stretch. You can put blocks here if you wish to support those legs. But otherwise, take a gentle forward on an exhalation, a gentle forward bend, bending the elbows, looking forward. This is a good counter posture for people doing a lot of driving, a lot of sitting, opens up the groin area. And then on inhalation, we come back up. Great. So, from here, we are coming onto all fours, like so. Cat, cow we're going to do. Make sure that our wrists are aligned with the elbows, the knees are aligned with the hips, hip width apart, back straight, cat-cow pose. Everyone ready? All right. So exhalation, raising the stomach, lowering the head, curving the back. Inhalation, reverse, lowering the tummy, raising the crown. And one more time. Exhalation, lowering the head, raising. And then return to tabletop. And we'll sit back onto our heels for a rest in child's pose. So just dropping down. And you can put a pillow or a block under your head if you wish. I've mentioned this to Doug, and he's happy to be in child's pose like that without a pillow behind. So just take a moment's rest here. From here we will be moving into our main asana poses. So, great. Yes, it doesn't matter whether your arms are in front or behind, actually, with this. So we're coming back up to tabletop. We're going to do a puppy pose. So move the palms forward in front, move them in front, yes. And then keep your hips up. And you can watch me first if you like. I'm going to lower the crown. You can have a support under the head if you wish. You lower down like that on an exhalation and hold that position. So with an exhalation, lower the crown. If you want a block to put your head on or a pillow I can give you, if you're happy, arms should really be straight. So and take a moment's rest. Great. So from here, we're going to do threading the needle. So coming back onto all fours, tabletop. So remember wrists, fingers spread out, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And what we're going to do is called threading the needle. We'll start with shifting the weight onto the right side. And then I'll show you first, we feed the left arm underneath, lowering the ear to the ground, the shoulder down on an exhalation. And you feel a strong twist, stretching this muscle. Okay, so here we go. Left arm, breathing out, lower, ear to the ground, shoulder to the ground, and just relax. Arms bent. And then on an inhalation, we're coming up, bringing your arm up, on all fours again, tabletop, and we do the other side. Exhalation, the other arm, ear to the ground, rest for a moment. Breathing into that position. And then we're coming back. Now we'll do that one more time. I'll show you first. Slight variation. If you think it's too strong, just repeat what we've just done. So the variation is breathing out, moving down, lowering in, and then for an extra stretch, especially in the shoulder, this side, stretch the arm forward, and it has to be straight, otherwise stay bent. So, let's give it a go. So, that's right, left arm feeding under, lower, and then stretch the right arm forwards if you're able, otherwise keep it bent. Great. And pulling that arm back, coming up to 4/4s, and we'll do the other side. So, on an exhalation, feed the arm into the other, ear to the ground, and then stretch the arm out forwards if you're able. Great. And inhalation, returning, bring the arm forward back to tabletop position. Get your balance. Great. So here we're going to do what's called extended tabletop. So again, I'll just quickly demonstrate. So on inhalation, we'll be doing that, and then that. And then we're going to do another version after, which is a bit challenging. You don't all have to do it. So with an inhalation, stretch the left arm out and the right leg, alternate, pushing in both directions. See if you can get it as straight as you can. And then with an exhalation, return, tabletop, get your balance, your bearings, and let's do the other side with an inhalation, stretching out, full stretch, and then in exhalation, returning to all fours. So this variation, again, do the same as we've just done. If this is too challenging, and I'll show you what it is like. It's a strong balancing pose. So it is, you know, even I find it makes you a bit wobbly. So what I do is I'm trying to do both, and then coming down, and then shifting the weight to the other side, trying to keep upright, and then coming down. But if that's too challenging, stick to alternate. All right, so on an in breath, we'll do the left side. See how you go. And coming down, and we'll do the other side. Great, coming down. Good. So from here we will again come down into our extended puppy pose, in the head, on an exhalation, take a moment's rest. And then coming back up, curling the toes, and we're going to go up into downward facing dog. So pushing the hips up, keep the knees bent, pushing backwards. Feet hip width apart. You can do walking the dog. So left foot down, exhalation, inhalation, right foot down. This is good for the calves and the Achilles heel. You walking alternate foot. Actually, can you do walking the dog, alternate foot? Yeah, great. Just slowly, it's just an added stretch. And then from here, we are going to, you can drop down on your knees if this is probably the best thing. Come down onto your knees, leaning forward. Slowly bend the knees, keep the elbows to the body, exhalation, lower to the ground. Take a moment's rest. Hands by the shoulders, feet flat on the ground. We're going to do a small cobra. So with an inhalation, you can raise your knees with this, but also with an inhalation, raise the knees and raise the chest, torso, as far as you can go, and then slowly lower down. And we'll do one more time. This time you can do it raising your hands. So the strength should be in your torso and your chest, your core area. And then slowly lowering down. Hands, go your hands a little bit more forward. Yeah, that's good. So we'll do one more time. Inhalation, raising the chest, raising the hands. 1, 2, 3, release. Okay. So from here, we will do push into our hips, and we'll come back to downward facing dog. So, great. And then slowly walk the feet to the hands to a standing mountain pose. Yes. So slowly raising those arms with knees bent up above the head, joining the palms, and then coming down to the heart space, and then lowering. Yes, it's warm in here, isn't it? Okay, so first we're going to do a warrior pose, warrior 2. So step your left foot forward, keeping it forward, back foot tilt at an angle, take a decent stride. Hips are facing sideward actually, but make sure your front heel is in line with the back arch. Yes, that's good. And make sure that the front knee is not over the ankle as well. and back is straight. So in this pose, we're going to, on an inhalation, raise the arms parallel to the floor, facing each direction, focusing on that finger. You can actually lower without putting the knee over the ankle for a deeper stretch. Back leg should be straight, arms outstretched. And then with an inhalation, bring the right hand to join the front, keeping the back straight as you can, and slowly feeding back. You feel quite a twist in the right side of the torso. We will do one more time. Inhalation, bring that hand to join the other, and slowly feeding back. Great. So now, palms facing down, still arms outstretched. We're going to do Peaceful Warrior. So with an exhalation, drop the back arm down to your thigh, raise the right arm into the air, hold that posture, breathe into it. If you want to do a stronger pose, on an exhalation you can curve the arm a little bit over the head, but don't overdo it, and breathe into position, which is the crucial thing, in fact. Exhalation, we bring that left arm down and we put the elbow on the front leg. So maintain a straight back leg, knee not over the ankle, we're facing sidewards, side angle pose. So on inhalation, we're going to raise the arm up above. And then if you've got the flexibility, you can, on an exhalation, stretch it over the head. So you have a line from the back foot all the way to the top arm. Yes, if you've got shoulder issues, then don't. Just keep your hand on your hip. And then on an exhalation, we're lowering the hand to the ground. Twist the back foot so it faces the front. And we're going to do a little pyramid pose, lower pyramid pose. So with an exhalation, just stretch the front leg by shifting backwards. It's quite a strong pose, so if it's too much, don't do it. The back leg should be straight. So inhalation, come forward. Exhalation, going back. Inhalation, coming forward. And then step your back foot to join the front, keeping bent. Bend your knees, toes. Fingers can sit under the toes if you can reach that far. Just relax for a moment. And then on an inhalation, we're slowly coming up, raising the arms over the head, together, palms, and then coming down to the chest. Great. So, in yoga you always do both sides for balance, so we're now going to have to do the other side. So, and I think that means right foot forward, left foot back, same posture, turn back foot, take a decent stride that you can manage with, front knee not over the ankle. We're facing sidewards actually, so, and with an inhalation, raising the arms, stretching out both directions. You can check looking back at the back hand to make sure it's in line with the front. The front, focus on the finger, back straight, back leg straight, knee straight too, not shifting to a side. And then with an inhalation, as we did the other side, bring the left palm to join the front, keeping the back straight, and then shifting back. And we'll do one more time. Inhalation, arm to the front, and then shifting back. We'll do a peaceful warrior from here. So on an exhalation, lower the left arm onto the thigh, raise the right arm into the sky. If you've got the flexibility, you can then on an exhalation go over the head, but don't overdo it. Great. And then with an exhalation, we bring that arm down, bend the elbow, place it on the front knee, palms facing outwards, hand on hip, facing sidewards, back leg straight. And then with an inhalation, raise the arm up to the air. And then with an exhalation, if you've got that flexibility, over the head. So you've got a straight line from the back foot to the arm. And yes, if you've got shoulder issues, leave it as is. Great. So from here, lower the arm down to the ground, touch the floor, both hands on either side of the foot. Turn the back foot to face forwards. Great. And then we'll do that little pyramid. So on an exhalation, shift backwards, straighten the front leg. And then inhalation, come forwards. Exhalation, back. It's a great exercise for bicyclists. Gets that inner thigh stretched. One more time, back. Inhalation, front. And then step the back foot to join the right. Forward fold. Make sure knees are bent. And then with a slow inhalation, vertebra by vertebra, coming up, hands above the head, then exhalation down to the chest. Okay, so the last standing pose we will do is tree pose. Tree pose, and it's a major balance posture. And the important thing with balance is focus. And I'll do a little exercise to show how important it is. And we may need to use a wall if you think your balance is going to be really challenged. So, hands on hips. So, on an inhalation, we'll raise the right knee. Oops. And exhalation, lower. And then we'll do the other knee. Raise, and inhalation, and lower. So now, we're going to just do that very quickly, just to get a sense of what some people can do with their eyes closed easily, but they're experienced. We're going to do that with our eyes closed. So if that's tricky, you can do this. And then maybe just let go for a second to see. So, people want to do that? Otherwise, you can just do it without. So, it's just really an exercise on the importance of. So, we're shutting our eyes, and then we're lifting the right leg with the eyes shut. And see if you let go of the wall, how much that focusing. Can we lower the leg? And you can turn around and do the other side. So, inhalation, close the eyes, lift the leg, bend the knee, exhalation, lower. Okay, great. Come back to our mats, standing on our mats. But you notice the difference if you haven't got a focal point, especially with your eyes closed. It's a lot more tricky. So with tree pose, really essential to have a focal point in the distance. And tree pose. So my theme was breath of life. So trees, to me, we're intimately linked to plants, particularly trees, because they produce the oxygen that provides us with the breath of life, that enables us to have the pranic energy to be vital living creatures. So we're intimately interrelated. So the breath of life is in everything, really, all organic things, and we're totally interconnected. So to celebrate that, we'll celebrate trees, who we owe so much to, by doing the tree pose. Great. So, hands on hips, shift the weight to the left. You can bend the right ankle against the heel. Because I've got a condition, I'm only going to come up to the lower calf. But when we raise the leg, you can either do the lower part of the leg or the upper part of the leg, but not the knee. So depending on your balance. So on inhalation, raising that foot, I will stick to the calf, but you can go to the thigh. Yep, get your drishti right, your focus. And then with an inhalation, if you've got that balance, take your hands above to the sky, celebrating the light that it brings life to all plants and trees and the oxygen that we inhale. Lower the hand and return the foot. So we'll do the other side. Anybody got a favourite tree?
Angophora.
Angophora. That'll do wonderfully.
The Moreton fig tree? Moreton fig tree?
Yes, I know that. I know. I've planted some.
I love them.
Beautiful.
How about the trees?
All right. Okay. How about you?
Cherry blossom?
Cherry blossom. So Japanese. Very nice. So, okay, we're doing the other side. Hands on hips. Shift the weight to the right side. Bend the left ankle. And then when you're ready with your focus, inhalation, take it to the lower calf or the upper thigh. Get your balance. Get ready to celebrate the sky with an inhalation. And clasp that breath. Take it down to your heart. Rejoice in what it offers. And lower the foot to the ground. Great. So that's our last standing pose. So now we're going to the floor. So feet mat width apart. We're going to slowly lower to the ground. And you put your hands in front. Just, you can put a block here if you wish, Doug. I know you like to do the squat pose like that. And you can actually shift from side to side just to give an extra stretch to those legs. And then we're going to come forward, bring our knees forward, and we're going to do our relaxation counter pose. So back onto our knees, arms behind, and dropping the head to the ground. You can put a support under the head if you need, if you want to bring you one, and just take a moment's rest here. Great. So, from here, coming back up, raising the head on your knees, and we're going to go into staff pose or Dandasana. We've done this one before. So just curling round, legs outstretched. So we'll do one more forward fold here, knees bent, especially for lower back issues. So arms up. And slowly lower to the front. Then exhalation. And then coming back up. One more time. And coming back up. And lower the hands down by the side. So, we're going to do a half spinal twist. So with this, you just bend one knee, the right knee, we're going to be more coordinated, and then shift that foot over to the, across the left knee, left leg, back straight, and then with the left arm, wrap it around the right knee, the left arm behind, and with the next, keep your back straight. So you can, some people will shift back like that, but if you bring your arm closer, you can get a straighter back. Everybody has a very straight back. And then with an exhalation, turn to look over the shoulder, if you've got that flexibility. Inhalation, coming back. We switch to the other side, bend the right and the left knee over the right leg. Right arm round that knee, back straight. I can see everyone's got their back straight, back arm behind, and with an exhalation, looking over the shoulder. Coming forward, an exhalation, unraveling. And we'll do a slight variation of this. If it's too strong, again, repeat what we've just done. Actually, repeating a posture is, in fact, repeating classes are very good, as long as you don't overdo it, because you reinforce the learning. So anyway, we are bending right knee, placing it over the left foot, and bending that left foot behind, like so. So if it's too much, just don't, fine. So I'm doing a slight variation of this. You're putting the left elbow around the right knee and the arm behind, looking to the side first, then with an exhalation, looking behind. Great. Coming forward, releasing, unraveling. We'll do the other side. And the left foot over the right. And when we're ready, we bend, tuck that right foot behind the buttocks. Sitting upright. Take a good inhalation and feed the elbow around the front knee, stretching back and sidewards. Exhalation, looking back. Breathing into that position. Feel how the breath, inhalation and exhalation works on the inner muscles to vitalize the body with the breath and life. We're coming back with an exhalation. Stretching the legs out. Great. So from here, shift forwards and raise. You can raise the arms up and lower the back to the floor. Right. So with this position, we are going to do a bridge pose. So bend the knees, hip width apart, palms flat on the ground. That's right. That gives you the support. So with an inhalation, you'll be pushing the hips up into the air. Inhalation, pushing up. Feel the strength in the legs, the shoulders. And then with an exhalation, slowly lowering to the ground. Okay, so we're going to do that one more time. Inhalation, raising the buttocks up into the sky. Palms giving support. Great. and then slowly lowering to the ground. And we're going to do two variations of that. So you might want to shift a little bit forwards because we're going to put the arms over the shoulders. So this way here, come forward. Yep. You might not want to do the arms over anyway because of your shoulder issue, but it's an option. Either repeat what we've done. So as we did, so knees bent, Doug. If you're ready, inhalation, raising the buttocks up into the air, and then you can actually shift the elbows over, the arms over the head if your shoulders are strong enough. Great. Great. Exhalation, slowly bring the arms down, lower the buttocks. Great. Right. So we'll do one more variation of that. In this one, you're going to tuck the arms under the bottom, join the palms, stretch the arms underneath when you've raised the buttocks with an inhalation. So we're all ready for that? Okay, inhalation, raise the buttocks, stretch the arms under the bum, join the palms if you can, and stretch those arms. Keep the shoulders outward stretched, stretching from the shoulders. And then with an exhalation, release the arms, lower the bottom to the ground. Great. That's our bridge sequence. So, next, we will do happy baby pose. Everybody's favourite? So, what you do with that is you bend your knees just bend your knees upwards. Bend your legs, I should say, up into the air for happy baby pose. In fact, put your knees together and we'll just do a little rock. Before we go into it, just do a back massage, rock from side to side. Yeah, good one. And then what we're going to do is you spread the knees apart and you feed the hands to either grab the heels inside or the feet on the outside if you wish. It's too difficult, but I usually feed into the heels on the inside, and you're actually pushing. You don't have to open too wide, okay, so don't have to be so wide, but you're pushing the feet up and pulling the feet down with the hands, feet going up, palms, yes, so that's good, great. Gives that an extra stretch. And on an exhalation, let go of the legs, let go of the feet, lower the knees down, stretching out. So here we're going to do a supine spinal twist. So with this, as you're lying down, bend your right leg, bend the knee. You can shift about an inch to your right side. So we're doing left, aren't we? Did I say left or right?
Right knee.
Right, okay. So bending the right leg, shift an inch, your hips to the right side, and then drop that right knee over the left leg, and you can use the left palm to hold that knee if you want a stronger stretch. And try and keep the right elbow on the ground. You can stretch out the right arm as far as you can go, and then release, stretch the leg out, coming back, and we'll shift to the other side. So we're bending the left knee, you are shifting to the left side about an inch with your hips, and then drop that knee over your right leg. Stretch your left arm outwards, keeping the shoulder relaxed on the ground, and you can use your right hand on the knee for an extra stretch. And then returning to center, legs together, stretched out. Okay. So, we'll just do one more raising on an inhalation, the arms above the shoulders, stretching the legs, stretching the whole body, and then bringing the arms back to the front. Take a moment's rest. We have done our main asanas, and we will move into our pranayama exercise. Just take a moment's rest to consolidate all that movement. Get the breath back to its natural rhythm. Feeling the relaxation of the moment. So, bend the knees, grab the hips, grab the thighs, inner thighs, and we're just going to rock up and down, and just a couple to massage the lower back, because we're coming up to our seated cross-legged posture for our breathing exercise. So, yoga has quite a range of breathing exercises, but I think this is one that is really helpful for meditation. Bhramari, humming bee, because it does focus on the Ajna chakra, which is a focus for meditation. So I might introduce a couple of concepts about yoga at this point. So I've actually got my shoulder back up here, and I'll show you where the Ajna chakra is. It's this one here, known as the third eye. So there are 7 chakras, in fact, that's number 6. And actually the 7th is illustrated with this Om symbol. And that is actually the point at which individual consciousness unites with universal consciousness. And Om is actually the sound of the universe, embodied in a one symbol. And so the whole point with pranic energy is to create balance, vitalization, and to have that pranic energy travel up that spine through the chakras to the crown to enable your spiritual development. So that's just a very general perspective. So when we do meditation, it helps to balance the energies and to focus on that process. So here we go. Let's do it. So firstly, I might mention, it's supposed to be very good for headaches. It's supposed to be good for anxiety, for concentration, for memory. Hasn't worked for me on that yet, but anyway, here's trying. So there are 3 ways you can position yourself to do it. So if you've got short shoulders, which I know Hide has, you should sit like that, with the elbows like that, and the index finger to the eardrums for the humming. There are 2 other, the traditional method is index fingers like that, when we do this process. But because I do practice for about 6 minutes, I actually find I prefer to do the thumb and glass my head, because it gives my shoulders a bit of support, and I like to not have the elbows bent forward to keep the back straight. So I actually do it like that. So what we actually do is, try and do a full inhalation, as we explained in the beginning, with the chest, with the abdomen and the chest. If you do slowly, there's no hurry in this. There's no rhythm between us. We're going at our own pace, depending on our own breath. So we'll do it for a couple of minutes of time. And it's best to do it with your eyes closed. And to get the full vibration, it's good to have the teeth slightly ajar. And you take a full inhalation through the nose, and then breathing out through the nose. And I'll just demonstrate what we do. So have a look. I will shut my eyes in this. So So that was one round. Try and focus there. Let the vibrations fill your mind. It's a good precursor before we do our relaxation. So, 2 minutes, 1 minute, what do people fancy? Maybe 2 minutes? I'll just set the timer. 2 minutes? Okay, 2 minutes it is. So, here we go. Thank you. That was 2 minutes. So, do you feel the vibration a little in the head? It is quite a meditative process. And you don't have time to fill your mind with thoughts because it's so full of the humming. It really is a good meditation practice, I think. So on that note, we will do our relaxation. So lie down in a comfortable position. My head's, normal. And use a pillow for your head. Make yourself comfortable. I would have said you can cover yourself in a blanket, but you probably sweat too much. It's very warm in here. So just relax. I will let you know when the session comes to an end. So just, you don't have to think about that. Just relax. It'll be about 15 minutes. Have your back in a comfortable position. Place your legs a little wider than usual. Feet dropping out to the side. Arms at the side but not touching the body. With a little space under the armpits. Palms facing upwards. Your spine should be straight to allow for a deeper relaxation of the back muscles and your head relaxed on the floor. Close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. Feel supported by the floor, safe and secure. Become aware of the natural rhythm of your breath, of the air flowing in and out of your nose, of the gentle, undulating flow of your breath. Take a deep breath in and hold for 3 seconds. Release the breath slowly and allow any tension to leave the body. Take another deep breath in and hold for 3 seconds. And release. Breathing out, release the whole body tension. Let go of all tension and allow the whole body to feel limp and relaxed. Be aware of the effortless movement of breathing in and out of the body. Focus on the feet. Feel they are heavy on the floor. Focus on your legs. Feel how effortlessly they lie loosely on the ground. Bring your awareness to the buttocks, hips, and groin area. Feel the ease and comfort they feel rested on the ground. Take your awareness to your back, completely rested on the floor. Allow any relaxing sensations to travel up your spine, from the tailbone to the head. Focus on the stomach and chest area. Feel the calm rhythm of breath. Come to the shoulders, arms and hands. Feel how relaxed they are, melting into the floor. Bring your awareness to your head and neck, resting without any effort on the floor. One by one, be aware of the relaxed nature of your throat, jaw, lips, tongue, cheeks, eyes, forehead, scalp. Now scan your whole body slowly from top to bottom, enjoying the relaxed state of being effortlessly in the present moment. Incorporate your inner organs into this effortless state of being. Your kidneys, liver, stomach, spleen, lungs, and finally, the heart. Welcome the heart into this warm, secure state of being here and now, and take a rest. Imagine you are lying on a blanket, on a lawn, in a park setting, feeling the sun's warmth. You are surrounded by trees, the occasional sound of birds, and feel a gentle breeze. You become aware of the sound of monks chanting from a nearby monastery. You realize that this is a deep, relaxing sound that, without focusing the mind, you can enjoy as you let the sound wash over your whole body in complete silence. Be at peace with yourself. Embrace the rhythm of life through every breath, connecting to the life force within and without. The universal energy of life that connects us all to the infinity of time and space, here and now. Let your heart embrace the inner life that beats freely in union with the symphony of life, pulsating from here to beyond, the whole universe in one, eternal, everlasting, all-embracing, present, with love, compassion, and understanding. Slowly bring your awareness back to your breath. Begin to breathe a little deeper. Begin to wake the body. Wiggle the toes. Rotate the ankles. Gently stretch the arms and legs. When ready, bend your knees and roll over to the right side. You can keep your eyes closed if that feels okay. Use your top left hand to push yourself up and be seated in a cross-legged or other comfortable seated position. You won't be here long. Rest your hands on your lap and enjoy the present experience of peace, calm, and tranquility. Become more aware of your surroundings, any sounds or movement. And then on an inhalation, slowly raise the arms above the head, join the palms together, and lower to the forehead. Give me truth in my thoughts. Lower your hands to the mouth. Give me kindness in my words and to your heart. Give me love in my heart. Open your eyes and bow in recognition of this moment in time. May peace travel with you throughout your day. Namaste.
Thank you so much.
Is it all? Ah. I presume it's done it.